Hey guys, welcome back. This is another episode of Rate My Base. So we are going to be attacking Djfmf. Uh, I like his road setup a lot. This is one of my favorite road setups that I've come across. A lot due to the fact that it's all connected. It allows great destruction for your ranged troops, which he has a lot of. In this setup, you probably, like he has here, you probably don't even need a lot of paladins to actually, be a shield, because your whole road is a shield. Your road is going to protect your ranged troops as it sits behind and shoots. This right here, I love this part because it's the troops right from the castle gate are actually being effective and being able to use to kill reinforcements that are coming across. So this looks like a really, really solid base here. The only thing that stands out is I probably wouldn't use that many mortars. Typically, you don't need that many mortars because they do a splash effect on the ground, and you can only be poisoned once. It's not like if you have multiple poisons, it does multiple, poison damage. But that's me being like nitpicky. I prefer having more arblasters, but arblasters do die in one swordrain, so having mortars there is beneficial in that regard. The mortars don't die in one swordrain, so that's going to make it a very, very tough setup for this style of a base going forward without using any scrolls or any dying, no gems whatsoever. You're gonna have to be very selective on your troops. We're not going to be able to get to the gate. That's a given. We're hoping to even just get 30 or 40% into this base, because with this setup like this, it should be pretty strong. He does have some of the skull towers and firebolt towers. Like I said, this setup looks pretty strong. You can also see, based on the trophies, we're getting 31 trophies, which is a ton of trophies, meaning the game is telling us that this opponent is very, very strong, and if we do beat him, we're going to get a lot of reward. Same thing medal-wise. He's very strong, 219 medals. So the game kind of compensates you for trying to fight against a tougher opponent. Like I said, we don't expect to defeat him by any means. We're going to try and get as far as possible using the best setup that I can think of off the top of my head right now without ever attacking him before. So the cannons aren't going to be that effective here, in my opinion, because he has lots of pyromancers. The pyromancers pretty much devour the cannons, and they cost so much. They cost 5 units to summon. I'm going to bring out another high-costing unit to summon. I'm actually going to bring out a mortar, which is something I typically... Oh, no. I'm going to bring out a pyromancer instead. And again, it's a 4-costing unit. And I'll keep the arblaster there. And I do love the knights, because they do a lot of damage. So we're going to go with the pyromancer, the arblaster, and the knights. So we have a lot of ranged troops to try and help us combat his ranged troops. We definitely need the swordrain because it won't kill them in one hit, but it will at least do some damage to them. I'm debating if I want to put on the heal spell, since he does have a lot of status effects with the poison, the fire, to try and heal my units. I just don't know how effective that will be if I'm too far away, but I think I'm going to try and stay close. So let's see here. He has a lot of wood, so you can see what towers he has. So he has wood arrow towers, and he has the firebolt tower. So I'm going to take off the hammerstrike and actually put the heal spell, which is very rarely that I use the heal spell. You can see it's level 3. Not that effective, but it also takes away all the debuffs, all the fire, all the poison damage. So that is very beneficial. So we're going to go in like this. The first things we're going to do attacking his base is we're going to bring out hopefully a bunch of knights in the beginning. Hopefully this isn't like a gargoyle tower or any big poison splash or any splash effect damage. If that's the case, then we build up a decent knight army and then bring out a couple arblasters slowly but surely, and then firemancer as well. So we'll probably want to bring out 6 or 7 knights, and then bring out 1 arblaster, and then 1 pyromancer, and slowly bring out more arblasters and pyromancers as long as our knights stay alive. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And like I said, it depends on what the first couple towers are of what our setup is, and depends on how much, units sit here and start powering, shooting down our guys. And if we can't kill them in a swordrain, we're going to need more arblasters to help take them out. So you go and attack. This is the first time. Never attacked him before. And this one definitely looks like a tough fight here. So yeah, so it's an arrow tower, which is easy for us to burn on the side here. So that's not a very good placement for the arrow tower. His barrier does have a lot of life, though, which that's a good, good indication he's upgraded his barriers quite a bit. You can see we're already getting bombarded by units. We have to take out these guys down there because they devour all these troops over here. Almost able to touch him, can't touch him, which is unfortunate for us. See, we barely almost kill his pyromancer in one swordrain. I'm gonna come back here and try and heal our troops up a little bit. Also gonna use the swordrain down there. Firestorm to kill the mortar. We got a pyromancer. You can see we're having a very, very hard time getting far enough in his base. We've pushed a little bit. Our time is almost up, though. We only have 1 minute left. You see, this is a very, very, very good base. I love the road setup. He also has a nice firebolt tower up there. We were able to actually get further than I anticipated, even though that may sound bad. I didn't think we were going to get this far into his base. This is probably going to be a good 20 to 30% of his base. You can see the hero is pretty much all by himself now because all the other ranged troops are being picked off before they can even get close to me. And I could go back and try and save them, but I don't have any time. So I wanted to try and kill as many buildings as possible to increase my percentage. Because every building you kill, you get more, gold and more trophies. So yeah, we got 42%, which is a lot more than I anticipated. Stole 41,000, 90 trophies. So all in all, we didn't do too bad actually against that base. It's a very, very strong base. So we'll go in and take a look at the base again. So now that I have a better understanding of where his towers are. So right off the bat, I remember this one was an arrow tower, and not a good placement for the arrow tower because it gets burned right with that gate and it'll die in one firestorm. So if you're using firestorm, that right there is pretty much a waste of an arrow tower. Put like a bomb tower or a gargoyle tower there, or better would be like a skull tower, but obviously those cost lots of money. This setup is really good over here, and this setup is again really good. Everything else that I saw worked really, really well. The troops worked amazingly over here in this situation and this here as well. That's why I love this road design. I absolutely love this road design. This is really, really strong road. A great design to copy for people to use for a road design. It looks like he has all 27 road paths. So again, this is something if you're interested in trying out different roads, give this one a go. Try this setup. It's it's really, really good, and you use a lot of ranged troops. I didn't see a ton of like extra mortars, so it seems like they're all spread out evenly. The troops are all not like 3 mortars in one wave. I see people that use like 3 mortars in one wave or like 5 pyromancers in one wave, and that's just ridiculous. They don't do that much damage when they're all together. They have to be spread out apart, like 1 in each wave. If you have a wave of 1 pyromancer, 1 mortar, that's going to be a lot more stronger than like 5 mortars in one wave. So split up your troops. Make sure you have 1 pyromancer, 1 mortar in each wave, and he has that. There was no real clumpage of the same units. So you'll come across that, like you'll see someone that has like 6 frosters in one wave. It's just ridiculous, and you're like, okay, because they're not very strong, but their status effect is what makes them dangerous. So you can see we used a little bit of different strategy here actually. The heal spell with the arblasters and the pyromancers. Pyromancers are actually really strong in high level gameplay, so there's something you definitely want to upgrade for both defense and attacking. You will be using pyromancers a lot once you get higher into the game and you start fighting players that have more advanced bases like this. So hope you guys enjoyed. This definitely is a 10 out of 10 amazing base here. So you guys want to try out the road, try out the setup, give this a go. You're not going to be disappointed. You're going to win a lot of battles with this base setup, and make sure you upgrade your troops as well.